I ain't trying to eat with y'all if you wasn't starving with the team. Back when it was time to go to war, y'all wasn't part of the regime.
You dipping off into the acting.
Oh man.
The acting. Speak about that, man.
It's fearful.
Acting?
Yeah, for sure. Like that's just one of the things. I'm in a season right now, as we were talking about time and season and things of that nature. I'm in a season of making sure I attack all my fears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as a kid, you know, I always wanted to be on the movies and shit like that, you know. And pardon me, I don't mean to curse, cause I know, you know, I want you to be able to, I want you to be able to be monetized on YouTube, you dig? So I'm thinking of your business, you dig? But now, yeah, when it comes down to, you know, the acting element, that's something I always wanted to get into, but I feel it's attacking my fear and insecurity of looking goofy and, like, you know what I'm saying, not being too cool, cause you know, from the New Orleans period, a lot of us just got that syndrome of like, man, we just too cool for shit. But you gotta not be too cool in order to really excel in that space, from my understanding, right? So like I said, that's just something I really want to dive into. I wrote my first short, what would the proper term be, like script? Yeah, wrote my script, you dig? So yeah, man, it's just something you know, I just signed up for to start doing like some extra background work, things of that nature, just to slowly but surely get into it, you know?
I myself want to get in that, to be honest with you.
You should, bro, do it. If you want to, just do it. Like, just do it.
That's like, it's fearful because you really acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can't explain it, but
yeah,
it's got fear from it.
I mean, I think the person that really helped me feel a little bit better about it was John Singleton. You know what I'm saying? When I heard the stories of how he really inspired Ice Cube, right? And he just put it in the viewpoint of, man, if you can write raps and storytell, you can write a movie. So then I started thinking about the character element. Like, that's basically what we doing. We telling the story. It's just not in a music form, right? But we telling the story from somebody else's perspective. And I feel I'm one who always want to hear about somebody else's story. So how can I put myself in their shoes and really live out that emotion and depict it to an audience? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You say you started your own rap city, and you got that idea from 3D Nate. Shout out to her.
Shout out 3D Nate. Yeah.
Why was that important for you? Why you wanted to do that?
Again, as a kid, I was a hip hop kid. So I remember being like, after every moments when my dad probably take a break from, you know, doing this thing on the block, and we'll go inside and Rap City will be on. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember how they all used to be in there watching the rappers go in and, man, Cole, you know, you heard what he said, this and that. And I wanted that love, basically, you know. Again, coming home from the Yet, Rosenwald, whatever, I remember we used to be running out of school to go catch Rap City. So, you know, eventually, that was the goal. Like, I wanted to be on Rap City. But once it got discontinued, like, ain't no more Rap City. But it came back to mind when I seen 3D Nate doing it. Like, she basically had the same elements of just doing her own thing inside of the booth and just spitting. But I wanted it to be authentic and genuine to who I am. So that's the reason why when I created it, it was called Earhart Express, right? And essentially, you know, just me expressing myself, the good, the bad, whatever, being creative. There's no certain format, but it's just me expressing myself, you know. So yeah, that's Allay Express.
Can you tell me about some artists you listen to?
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the artists in the city that you listen to, because
Okay.
I want to know that too. I want to talk about, you know, globally in the industry.
Yeah. Man, I've been doing my best to expand my palette, like, you know what I mean? A lot of the artists that I listen to are people that my grandma, and I ain't gonna just say my grandma, but my papa, my mom, my dad, that they put me on, you feel me? I guess it's an environment thing, right? Whoever your people was on, that's kind of who you gonna be on. So a lot of the older but goodies, you know what I'm saying, Fly and the Family Stone, you know what I'm saying, Frankie Beverly Mays, you know what I'm saying, Marvin Gaye, Isaac Hayes. My mom and them, they was more, you know, hip hop kids, hip hop and R&B babies, right? So I remember my dad, he put me on NWA, you know. He put me on Lil Boosie, right? For a long time, you know, and they used to look at Boosie like, man, that voice, right?
Yeah,
but then I realized, exactly. But I remember though, we went to this was St. Francisville, right after Katrina, and that's when that she ratchet, he ratchet, right? And he sounded like a woman. I ain't never knew it was Boost at the time, right? But around the time my pops put me on him, it really Boost is one of the people that made me realize the importance of your voice, like the uniqueness of it. Cause if you hear his voice, you gonna know that's Boost at the end of the day. You dig? So, yeah, man. Of course, all of the legends within the city that I listen to, so I ain't even gotta say their names, but I should, for the document purposes. You dig? So Kango Slim, that's one of my favorite artists. Kango Slim
Where you
out of
from?
PNC. They from out of 17th.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Mina as well. But PNC, that's the pump the party.
I know
and
Mr. Mina for sure.
yeah,
Rap Cat Party.
100%. So them. Of course, Miss T. I got a lot of my cadences from her just listening to her music. Soulja Slim, you did P. I was basically a No Limit and Cash Money baby. You feel me? Being that my auntie was with Cash Money, like we always had their music. But by me living in the Cali, it was also No Limit. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I like music that made me feel good, music that made me think. So whoever falls into that category, that's what I'm listening to.